Welcome to the High Voltage Light Electric Vehicle channel. This video is about internally geared hubs, or IGH. Specifically, I'm going to take a look at a new IGH by a German company called Revolute. This is a product that you can pre-order right now and has some very interesting features, not the least that it's rated to be able to withstand up to 250 Newton meters of torque. I like the concept of the IGH. Not only are your gears kept nice and clean and well oiled in a sealed casing, you can also change gear at a standstill. If you're in a high gear and you have to stop in a hurry, it's pure joy to shift down to the right gear with a twist of the grip, or if you've got something really fancy with the push of a button. I have a 7-speed Shimano Nexus hub on my bamboo bike and I really enjoy using it. I don't use this kind of system though with any of my sort of higher powered e-bikes though, because even the cheaper hubs are quite expensive and they're not rated for the kind of power that you can generate with modified BBSHDs and CYCs, let alone something bigger than that. The only one that I've heard of that is rated for power up to about 3 kilowatts is the sort of the Sturmey Archer 3-speed ones. But you only get 3 gears with that one, and how long it would actually last is another thing, and I certainly wouldn't recommend changing gears on it under any kind of load for sure. So arguably the Rolls Royce of internally geared hubs is the roll-off speed hub, and like this Revolute one we'll look at, it's also made in Germany. The roll-off has a massive 14 gears, really stunning engineering, and as a result it's also extremely expensive at around $1,400 before you add on any kind of taxes or shipping costs. And they do have a version for e-bikes specifically, but they're not really talking about the kind of e-bikes that we make on the High Voltage channel. And I think 14 gears is a little bit excessive, even if it could handle the torque generated at higher power levels with these motors, which is why I find this Revolution hub interesting. It's not that it's cheap, because I don't think that 980 euros, including tax and shipping, for the first 200 customers they're listing it as. So I don't think it's cheap, but if you wanted to have an IGH on a high-powered e-bike, this might be a really good option. So let's take a look at this hub. First though, huge thanks to all the channel members who are contributing directly to the day-to-day running of the YouTube channel and Discord community. Your contribution is greatly appreciated and it makes things a lot easier. The hub though, the first thing that interests me is that it has a nice range of 6 gears, which is about the range that I used with my CYC bike in practice. You don't really need any more when you're running sort of 3000 watts of power. Keeping it low also allows there to be more strength built into this hub and engineered into the design, which is good. You can switch gears under load with this. I think that's huge. I'd love to be able to shift easily and seamlessly up and down without really having to think about doing any kind of damage or worrying about doing any kind of damage to the hub or to the drivetrain in general. The gear ratio is 400%, I think they say, which means it's got a big enough spread of gears that's going to allow for a good climbing at the low end and decent speed at the high end, which is just what you're looking for when you're building like a high power e-bike. And they're claiming that it has a decent long service life. No actual, sort of lifespan figures are given. They're saying you change the oil every sort of 1,000 kilometers or every year, depending on which comes sooner. In the technical specifications, it states that the maximum torque at the crank is in excess of 250 Newton meters, which would allow it to be used comfortably with the popular e-bike conversion motors such as the BBSHD, the CYC X1, as well as more powerful systems from lightning rods and others. It has 3 versions. One of them is like the regular sort of solid axle that you'd use with sort of dropouts, quick release skewer kind of thing. And then there are 2 versions or different widths with a through axle design. So plenty of options there. This is something that should be available in 2023. It's not cheap, but I don't think it's overpriced either for what it's claiming that it can do. So if it can do all these things, then I think it's reasonably good value. Engineered products in Germany tend to have a good reputation for quality, so if it does what it says, then it looks like it could be an ideal solution for people that would like to run an IGH. And I'm definitely going to be watching this one. I think at least one person on Discord might be pre-ordering one, so we should be able to find out some more information when that's delivered. So let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks for watching.